Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Show Yuri our poem and hope she doesn't fall in love with me. Let's see what you've written for today. God damn it, no, stop looking at me like that. I don't want her to want me. Dots, dots. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on face. Do you like it, Nerplin? This one might have been even better than yesterday's. How'd you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job at explaining. I really wanted to give it a try, or give it a try for more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. God damn it, she liked it more than yesterday's. I want her to not like my poems. I want Monica to like my poems. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Oh, people wouldn't laugh at you. Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your closest friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, I love when that word is in any script. Like, they're discussing a major plot point, and then, boom. Anyway, let's do something else. It's like, oh my god, yes. It's so convenient. Do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. If it's alright with you. Alright, time to try and read this cursive again. The raccoon. Ooh, there we go. That was... everything tasted like eggnog. I drank so much eggnog today. I think I drank like 2/3 of a quart. Like, I love eggnog like no other, but that was too much. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Each time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. There we go. Sorry, I forgot the name of the guy with the dogs. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Jesus Christ! Killed Nate the raccoon! That was dark. It was a little more daring than the one yesterday's. I could see that. Yeah, you were like, that was super metaphorical. I was like, whoo. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. You can't imagine what this is about? It's pretty obvious. It's about, like, leading somebody on and fattening them up, quote-unquote, and then just for your own personal gains. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. That's one of your unusual hobbies? It's the sort of feelings I usually am forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. This is the second one, I think, that was about unusual hobbies, right? Natsuki's and hers. I don't think Monika's was. Honestly, don't remember Monika's. I think I thought it was shitty. And then Sayori's was about the bottles of happy thoughts. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Question mark? Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? Yeah, see? Something about being ridiculed for a strange interest? Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? It sure is. Don't... Guys, I mean... Real talk, guys. If you take pride in your hobbies, and like they said, if it's not hurting anyone... take pride. Take enjoyment out of your hobbies. And if it's not hurting anyone, then just keep doing your hobbies. Just keep going. I mean, it's not hurting anyone, and it makes you feel good, so why not keep doing it, right? Unless, of course, you know it's something completely awful. Like murdering babies. But that might hurt some people. Don't murder babies. I think that's the moral of this poem, is don't murder babies. But I suppose that isn't your fault for judging, isn't it? Ah, please don't tell her I said that. Haha, no worry. I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Including penis things. Writing, listening. Oh, yeah, that's what you meant. Writing and listening. My bad, Yuri. Really aren't many people like you, Nerd Plum. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Aw, that's cute. Not really. I'm gagging on the inside. Okay. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I clicked outside of the thingy again. My bad. I have something extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. This is about the festival. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. Girl, you do some spoken word, woman. Do some spoken word. That shit's the bomb. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're just gonna keep it simple, alright? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing during the event. Ah, sorry. Thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing! Oh, please tell me it's spoken word. Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry Yes! Slam poetry. Let's go. Let's go. Each of us... please tell me we're going to have a poetry slam. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. So here it's putting in on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Yes! Hehe. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Oh, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm performing in front of a group of people like that. Why not? I mean, it's nerve-wracking and difficult, but it's so fun. Guys, if you've never done anything like performing before, it is so much fun. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. So what's going on with this red down here by Sayori's arm? Looks like it got, like, bloodied from something. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago? Took a lot for them to ask to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I don't even know what I just said. I have no idea what the words that just came out of my mouth were, but they were not what was on the screen. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. Dots. But I still think we should give it our best. I'm the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. That's very true. You guys should do it, just to stick up for the club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's so the reason that we're all in this club today. That's not true. I'm in this club for the cupcakes, actually. Don't you want to share that with others? Cupcakes? No, I don't want to share this. To inspire... Oh, my bad. To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes... If all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Dots, dots. Natsuki and Yuri stay silent. Sayori looks worried. Because that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica... Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me. I think that Sayori and Monica have been really trying to get hard. Really? Not really trying to get hard. Have been trying hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Sorry, guys. It's 11:30 at night. I just drank enough to try and stay awake so I can record. And it's not going well. This might be my last episode for the night, actually. Well, maybe, but... Dots. Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Dots. Yuri dejectedly glances around the room at everyone else's expected faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. No, you don't. It's called getting voluntold, Yuri. Get on the fucking stage. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Is that also foreshadowing? It's probably foreshadowing. Like I said, I saw the tag when I downloaded this game that it was psychological horror. And, like, I'm still concerned. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move into the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Ha! Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself, then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way of the Fly. Or The Way They Fly, not The Way of the Fly. The Way of the Fly is probably something different that I don't really want to know what it is. Okay, I'm kind of curious. If anybody knows what The Way of the Fly is, put it in the comment section below. Leave a link or something for me if you can find it. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. Not feels the room. That'd be awkward. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eye on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Hey, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? Yuri, oh! Yuri's getting in line. Oh, she wants to show up! Cat fight! Right now. So what's going on? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Whoa, I already like the name of this poem. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transformed into sharp syllables of fierce, confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and a structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. Dude, don't take this upon yourself. Or do. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Because he started plotting, if you didn't read that. I know I didn't read that. Haha. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard we must have forgotten. So we applaud. Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and carefully walks to the podium. I think that's it. This one's called My Meadow. Ha! Sorry, I giggled. Hey, Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How'd you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match? Is that what that said? I don't know. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet, like she said she liked. I remember that. Ha! If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Nerplum liked it. I guess that's a good sign. Yeah? Am I just like supreme fucking Judge Nerplum over here? What does that even mean? See, that's what I'm saying. Came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that the other poems wouldn't work quite as well with this. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that were sort of gentle. That is sort of gentle with a... Hold on. I need to take a second so I can speak fucking English here. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery would not work as well. There we go. English. I still didn't read it completely correct, but you know what? It works as well as I needed it to. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay, now who's next? Natsuki. Don't make me go before Nerplum. It's not like I can compare you guys anyway. I might as well let Nerplum lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Damn! Natsuki's jealous as fuck. I'm gonna be honest, she's jealous of my beautiful lyrical skills. She's jealous of the fire I'm spitting. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. Just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poems. Since I'm not exactly confident with my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I've finished, I receive applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. Just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Oh, Natsuki is gonna have the hardest time out of everyone. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. When Natsuki finishes, everyone applauds. That wasn't the sentence, but you know what, I changed it to work. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. See, I have a way easier time doing it in front of people I know, actually. I don't know. Apparently that's not the popular opinion. Most people have trouble. Ooh, excuse me. Most people have trouble, like, performing or doing something in front of other people that they know. But if it's people I know, I'm, like, way more confident about it. Sorry, I was distracted by a car in the parking lot. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, it's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have to worry much about... worry much about for the festival. What? You won't have much to worry about for the festival. God, alright guys, it's time for me to go to bed. Thank you all so much for watching. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.